thinking about, I don't know, I mean, I've thought about it a few times over the past several months, and I've been futilely trying to get an apartment somewhere. I'm thinking about, I don't know, I mean, first I was very shocked by the way that Peabody Properties, like, even reached into the Pine Street Inn to try to be humiliating and degrading towards me. I thought that by now they would have had some kind of, or at least by when it was a couple weeks ago when I talked about what they had done with one of the housing authorities. I was very surprised. I thought they would at least by then have had some sort of feeling of remorse for what they did to me, but they didn't have any, at that time anyway. And then when I've been thinking about it, I've thought about it kind of every so often. Thought about the way I was treated by their lawyers. I mean, I guess there was at the third court hearing, which was the final court hearing for a while, when I signed the agreement to leave the apartment. One of their lawyers and I, the lawyer who had been representing the case mostly, she and I seemed to be getting along all right, except that I never should have had to have to deal with an eviction proceeding in the first place. I never should have had to worry about any of that. I should have been able to move into that apartment and start looking for work, and start setting up my life instead of immediately just dealing with all the problems of the way that I was being used by the property management. I mean, I'm the one who got hurt. I'm the one who, got lied about and lied to, and just all the things that they did to make things so difficult for me, and just how totally dishonest that property management was, and just the lie after lie after lie after lie after lie that their legal representation told in court. I mean, I had never really seen people like that before. I didn't know. I had never met lawyers like that before. But they really just, and then it was like, I had 3 months to get out. But I was pretty wiped out just from having done the whole eviction, like dealing with all of that stuff in the first place and not being able to do anything else with my time, and then it just got to be like, I couldn't even look online. I couldn't even look at an apartment online without having the conglomerate make some kind of code issue out of it. And that continued for the entire time. I mean, there was an apartment that I probably could have gotten, but the number on the apartment door was 306, and I thought, I can't do this. I can't take this apartment. And I didn't even know if I didn't. It was just horrible. It was horrible. All of the things I had to think about in terms of the conglomerate and the way it was treating me, led to my being evicted. It really did. And then going to court, after I had failed to get through the 3 months, got no support whatsoever, no support whatsoever from the person who was working, like supposedly community advocate, that the judge forced me to work with. I mean, she just was vicious and awful and didn't care, and was like more on the side, I think, of the property manager than anybody else, than anything else. She rubbed her nose at me. She didn't really try to help me. She was nasty even to me in my own house. It was just like, I would have been better off without her. Right, but there was nothing I could do. So the judge told me I had to work with her. So everything was set up against me. There was only so much I could deal with, And as far as the day that I went to court and actually got evicted, I could have. That week I was going to like an outpatient hospitalization program, like partial program. And maybe I could have gotten, just to deal with my stress, and maybe I could have gotten them to write a letter and ask for like a continuance or something. But I chose to go to court instead, which meant I also had to leave the program. I mean, it wasn't the best program, but at least it was something, And then I ended up going to court and I got evicted. And I don't know why the judge was like looking at me like he had like daggers in his eyes for me. I don't know why, and I don't understand why it was the male lawyer this time who was there in court. The female wasn't there. I don't know why. It was just such a vicious, totally unnecessary thing. And the look on his face, the look on that lawyer's face when the judge said that my motion to just have the whole thing thrown out was denied. I mean, just the smile on his face, that smug smile. I hope you're happy now. I hope whatever it is you got, whatever it is you wanted out of the way that you treated me, because I just hadn't done anything wrong. And everything your client said was a lie, and everything that you said a lie. And there certainly were cameras in that apartment. And you helped bad people win on that day, and I just hope you're happy.